You see me?
No, not anymore, but I did for a
Oh,
minute.
that would have been kind of cool.
I see enough of you.
All right, hit record, eh?
I did.
Okay, let's fire it up. We got a lot to do. All right, hi everybody. Thanks for getting on the call. This is Danny Allen. Hopefully you remember me. I was your host at the Get Motivated event. We got a bunch of people on here from Chicago, different cities. To all of you, thanks for taking the time. I want to do this before we start this so we understand how I do things. And obviously I have a lot of fun at the seminars. I enjoy life. I'm very blessed, my family and everything else. Um, but we take helping people very seriously. So I had a number of you, because it was kind of hectic at the end of the seminars, if you remember, after Les Brown went, who's one of my favorite, and all of that, as we're kind of shutting things down. So tonight is an overview. This is not a training, so listen carefully so everybody understands this. This is not a training. We're going to go through all kinds of training and hand-holding and showing you what to do. So everybody do me a favor, take a deep breath, relax. It's all good. Zig Ziglar, you remember him? You can't take the second step till you take the first. We took the first step, and I congratulate you. I want to welcome you to the team, but I did have a request from a number of people, and if it sounds like I'm going quick, I am, because I know everybody's got families and lives, and I got a ton of stuff to show. I had a number of requests from well, quite a few people to go through. I don't know if you guys remember, I was showing you some of the leadership training slides that Steve and I do with our members and the people that are on our team. So I just want to go through these real quick with you guys, and then we'll go through, get to the point, show you this. But make sure, and those of you that have heard me speak or teach or been on my webinars or seen me live or TV or any of that stuff, I preface everything I do with the same thing. Every single time, repetition is the mother of all success. Here's what you'll hear me say 100 times. We have become way too politically correct these days. I told you guys that there. We tell it like it is. Okay, honesty is the best policy. Okay, if you're looking at the screen there, not everyone is going to want to follow you. That's okay. So I ask everyone, any training or call we do, no matter what I say, no matter what we show you, do me a favor, don't take offense to any of it. Okay, we've got to understand that this is what it is. I don't take offense to anything unless it's about my wife or kids. I told you that. It's all good. It really is. We're happy that you're here. I know this was a leap of faith for a lot of you, and I appreciate it. I honestly do. I'm blessed with what I do. So I'm going to fill in some gaps here tonight. But I did have a request to go through some of the leadership stuff. I'll do it real quick, and then we'll get started. Not everyone is going to want to follow you. You need to kind of get that in your head, and that's okay. It used to bug me, not anymore, okay? We do what we do. I'm not here to hard sell you, push, prod, any of that. It makes sense. We're all going to work together. This is a long-term thing, so have fun. So that's the first thing that you need to understand, okay? The next thing, if you're not willing to learn, no one can help you. You guys get that? If you're determined to learn, no one can stop you. So we appreciate you and congratulate you for taking the first step. Leadership isn't seen in the outward manifestations of the leader as much as it is seen in the responses of those being led. That makes sense, and I had a lot of people talking to me about that. Okay, guys, this isn't about me. I just happen to be the face of this and the one that's been blessed with the opportunity to be on stage at those great Get Motivated events. That's it. But I do know this, before you can become a positive leader of many, you got to first become a positive leader of one, yourself. If you don't follow what you say you're going to do, okay, no one else is going to follow you. So I'm going to give you a little dose of reality. Don't take offense. I wear my emotions on my sleeve. You will see that as you work with us over time. And it's frustrating, and I think you guys will agree, it's frustrating to have so many people come to us and say, I want to do well, I want to be part of a team, I'm willing to do the work, I'll do this, this, and this. You just point the way. And then when you show people what to do, they come up with excuses. Okay? Guys, this is the real deal. There is no get rich quick ever. Write that down. Tattoo it. Do something. That's not how it works. Okay? To be the leader of one, you need to focus on personal development, setting goals, and following through with the words you say. It's not just about money. Money, I get it. Spiritual, mental, physical, what we do in our relationships, what we do in the community. That's what we're building here, and now you're part of a team. So that makes it kind of fun. So someone who's afraid of losing their role as a leader will always only lead the weak. The strength of a leader, I think it's the last one, then we'll jump into it, is not defined by the number of people they lead, but the quality of people they lead. So listen very carefully. Hopefully you got your pen and paper handy. We need to talk to you in the next few days. Okay? Please don't take offense. If we don't talk to you straight up, have an interview with you in the next few days, we need to move on. That's it. I need to know who we're going to be helping because we're hitting a bunch of big cities and this thing's going to be awesome. So check this out. Let's move to this thing. I got a couple of sayings for you. All right. There's a number of names that you are going to start to see you need to recognize. Wealth generators. If you don't know that name yet, that is the name of the network marketing company that we're involved in. It's a financial company. Don't take offense. We don't have a juice. We don't have vitamins. That's not what we do. There's nothing wrong with those things. We are a financial company based on, I think we're in a lot of trouble financially in this country, and people, I think they're in trouble not because of their income, it's because of their debt. So we have some very simple goals in helping people, and I'm going to show you that tonight. So again, for those of you who just got on the call, this is an overview of what we do. It is not a training webinar. We'll do tons of those. We're going to be talking to you, working with you. So you're going to see the name Wealth Generators. Obviously my name. You know the Get Motivated seminars that we're using. You're going to see two other names. One is Team Life Fusion. That's our group of trainers, leaders, people, team members in the Salt Lake City area. You're also going to see the name Wealth Colony. It's still part of us. We're all in this together. Wealth Colony is our group of amazing people in New York. So you're going to be working with both, going back and forth. Everybody's got that. All right, want to read this to you. I thought it was kind of a cool thing. And if you remember Les Brown, this is what he's big on, and I love the guy. Research shows a lot about your reference group, right? The people you hang around the most determines as much as 95% of your success or failure in life. As I read this, think about who you associate with. We become the combined average of the 5 people we hang around the most. We eat what they eat, talk like they talk, read what they read, think like they think, watch what they watch, and dress like they dress. Hanging around bad people will derail your success and dreams. You cannot hang around negative people and live a positive life. If you agree with that, say yes. I can't hear you, but I thought it'd be fun to say that. Okay. We all know, and I throw out one of my mentors, Joel Osteen. Who and what you surround yourself with is exactly who and what you'll become. That's it. So let's roll. Let's jump into it. See if it makes sense. We're not going to harp on this next part. We're just going to touch on it. Stats are pretty simple, right? 5% of the population have their money work for them. 95% work for money. So don't take offense. If you got a job, that's awesome. Keep doing it. We'll get out of that. This is a long-term thing. You need to consider, do you love what you're doing? Do you like what you're doing? Are you doing it for a paycheck? If, heaven forbid, something happened to your paycheck, how long would you last? Those are all your reasons for doing this. I want to leave a legacy for my kids. I showed you a picture of my wife and kids. So you got to figure out why you're really into this, okay? That's the biggest thing. It's not just about the money, so let's figure out how we can fix it. The people that have their money work for them, the 5%, they understand. Okay? They've got access to the right information. We're in the information age, right? They got access to the right tools. They have a GPS, a financial GPS guiding them. We're part of your GPS. Now listen carefully, and I'll say this straight up. I don't have all the answers, but I have a lot of them. Okay? I'm learning along the way. I'm doing the same things you guys. I stress about money, my kids, my grandkids, all of those things. So you're not alone. We get that. We just want to be part of something that's bigger than us, okay? I'm not waiting for the government to fix stuff, okay? I'm not waiting. McDonald's doesn't make you overweight. It's not my parents' fault. I'm not going on Jerry Springer. It's not Obama's. It's not Trump's. None of that, okay? Those are the people that make excuses, okay? And I applaud you for taking action when you saw the opportunity. So I'm going to make some things very clear as we go through this. I'm going to talk about the scholarship program, what that means, and all of that. So if you got your pen and paper handy, get ready to write, guys. Please listen to this. What we help people do at Wealth Generators is about finances. Like I said, it's not about a juice, it's about finances. People have not been taught adequately how to budget, how to invest, how to save money in taxes and do those things. All right? We help people find money, grow their money, and keep more of their money. So listen carefully, and then we're going to go through these phone numbers. Finding extra money within your own finances you didn't know was there. We'll talk about budgeting in a minute. Growing your money. And I always say this, and I go, people don't have any money. Okay, come on, seriously. Okay? You'll have money. We'll work together. It's all great. Whether you got a little or a lot, I don't care. I don't care your background, what you look like. Anybody that's open to learning, like I showed you in the beginning, we can do that. So we're going to grow the money in the financial markets. And if you've been watching TV and watched the stock market and everything that's been going on, if there's ever a time to have experts show you what to do, now's the time. You can't, like Alan Andrus said it from stage. I don't know if you remember him, the tall one. Okay, we can't just blindly give our money to somebody else and hope for the best. You work too hard for it. You all know somebody that's lost money in the markets. We just need to make better decisions. And then keep the money you grow by ensuring you take advantage of every tax deduction out there. Please, please, please write down these 2 names and phone numbers. We need to talk to you in the next few days, and we need to walk you through exactly what you need to do. These are 2 of my leaders in the Salt Lake office. One is Kyle, one is Cade. Kyle's number is 801-903-7946. Let me repeat it. Kyle, 801-903-7946. Cade, 801-698-3466. Please listen to this. Those are their personal cell phone numbers. They are committed to, I understand some of you are brand new. Some of you are new to network marketing, new to business, new to finance. Don't worry about it. Take that deep breath again. You got somebody in your corner now. There's 2 of them. You'll have access to me. We'll be doing webinars and videos and trainings. I mean, this is awesome. You're part of a big team. So please write those down. Kyle, 801-903-7946. Cade, 801-698-3466. Listen to me. Tomorrow, if you can, pick a time, call those guys. If they don't answer, leave a message. Tell them you talked to me and you met me and you need some one-on-one help to get started. Everybody got it? Let's move on. All right. First thing we talk about, these are our products. Okay? Finding money you didn't know that you had. Find money in your own finances. Get your money organized. See if you agree with this. Most people, and I'll use myself as an example. I was never taught the budget. I admit it. I'm not blaming my parents or whatever. But I think this is what we should be teaching in school. So the first thing you're going to have access to with the scholarship that you received, I got to make emphasis on this. You didn't get into this for free. The startup cost at Wealth Generators is $149. I'm going to say that again. Make sure everything's clear. No bait and switch, no smoke and mirrors, none of that. Outside of you guys, people pay $149 to start this. We foot the bill for that because of the relationship and the arrangements we made with Get Motivated. I can't think of a better group of people to work with than people that went to that full day, went through all that, met these amazing speakers, put all that effort into it, and you guys made it till the end. Yeah, you're the guys that I want to work with. So the $149 has been taken care of. Your first month has been taken care of, and you're going to get access to this. What that means is there are certain things you need to expect from us, and there's certain things that we need to expect from you guys. Does that make sense? And that is, it's time to get to work. No excuses. I don't need hours a day. I need 1 to 2 hours a week. Do what we show you. Let's do it together and make it happen. All good? Good. All right. So after 30 days, after we do all of this and help you, here's how it works. We either part friends and you go do something else. If you don't want to work with us, that's cool. It's not going to offend me. It's not for everybody. I told you that. Or we're going to spend the next 2 to 5 years getting after it. And part of it is this. We got to find money in your finances. I don't care how much you make. Most people don't know where their money's going. The average person has 7 credit cards that are maxed. They don't know which to pay off first or how to do it. They got car loans. They got this. So WG Money is the first thing that we're going to help you set up. All secure, encrypted, just like banks. You put all your information in there. It aggregates your accounts, expenses, categorizes everything for you, helps put you on a reasonable budget so we can manage everything. We're going to see light at the end of the tunnel by getting out of debt. If that's all we helped you do is get out of debt quicker, understand what your net worth is, how big or how little, it doesn't matter. So now we got a budget. Now we got somebody looking over us, and it makes sense. See, I'm all about accountability, okay, not only with my team members, okay, but like people like Clarice Fluid at the event, one of my mentors, the greatest lady. She holds me accountable for everything. That's how it works. But I work with Alan or Bob, okay, and I mentioned this at the event. I don't want a mentor or a coach telling me what I want to hear. I want them to be very blunt, straight to the point, tell it like it is, give me a dose of reality, and show me how I can get out of where I'm at. That's it. Okay, I don't have millions and millions of dollars. That's not where I'm at. Okay, when I showed you the combined family that I've had up there, and we've all done well and gone up and down. Okay, we're all in this together. So that's the first thing we're going to do. You're going to meet this guy down the road, and if you really look at it, Ross Jardine, I've known for over 20 years. He's our financial expert. He's the one that's going to help us do all the budgeting and getting out of debt. He's a best-selling author, known all over the world. He's put together all of our money management training courses that we all have access to. Again, deep breath, don't get overwhelmed. There's 10 money management training lessons. There's training videos. Every month you're going to get a newsletter and different tips along the way about what's going on. And then every month he does a live webinar. And I want you to look at the value of this thing. We got to get on that thing and ask him questions. You couldn't even get close to somebody like this in the past without paying a couple of $100, $300 an hour to ask him questions. He's available to us. All right, he's part of the financial team that's helping all of us. So that's the first thing, finding money. I know it's quick. We'll record it. You'll have access to all of it. The second thing is growing our money, as little or as much as we have. Now, I don't want to go through a huge thing on this other than if you watch the stock market recently, I'm telling you, you know somebody that's lost money since January. Some of the biggest dips, 300-400 points in the last few days. People are losing their minds, okay? And that's scary. People that work their whole lives. And let me ask you this. How many of you know somebody that's lost money in the stock market or value in their 401k, Roth, IRA, SEP, employee pension plan, something like that? Well, we need to make some different decisions. So Wealth Generators has hired market experts to help us with those decisions. They got over 40 years experience. These are experts. Let me slow down a second. I'll use myself as an example. And don't take it wrong or don't take offense. I have no desire. I have no desire to pour through graphs and charts and indicators and MACDs and the history of companies and sit in front of a computer stressed out of my mind trying to figure out where I should make decisions in the stock market or the Forex, the currency exchange worldwide. That's just not me. You know what I want? I want somebody that's very successful, that's been doing this for 40 years, that has the track record. I want them to sit down and pour through all the graphs and charts and indicators, and then I just want them to tell me what they think is best based on their experience. Does that make sense to everybody? That's growing your money. So whether you pick the stock market, you want to do that and make better decisions, they have developed a number of successful trading strategies. So they do the research, they manage the strategies, and then they give us what's called a trade alert. Very simple in a number of different ways. Okay? So watch this, and we'll go through tons of training on this later, but check this out. If you're not familiar with Forex, Forex is the currency market worldwide that you can get involved in for as little as $100 and start doing stuff. Or you can get in the stock market, and we also talked about people that have money in a retirement account, rolling your money into a self-directed retirement vehicle, and now using some of that for some of these strategies. So, real quick, real simple. We get trade alerts. Okay, these are things that the experts have found. Here's what we should look at. And you can get them on the internet by going to, and if you haven't got this website written down, for heaven's sakes, write down wealthgenerators.com. Okay, that's where you're going to get access to a lot of this. You also have access to on your phone a mobile app where they're going to send you an alert, or you can get it by email. Everybody see that? So in the green there, you access your trade alerts through videos and different methods. So here's what it looks like. Okay, on the left here, okay, you're going to get a trade alert that basically, and if you've never traded in the stock market, you don't even know what owning a stock means, or the currency market, it doesn't matter. That's a beautiful thing. A 12-year-old can do this, okay? The market expert, okay, the date, the trade summary, and the strategy type. So here's what they're basically saying. We're doing this, 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 and this. They'll send you a chart as to how they came up with these. I don't even know what that freaking means. It doesn't matter. They do. That's what they do. These people sit in front of these computers all day, every day. So they'll send us a chart showing us what to do, okay? It identifies, here's why we're making these decisions, here's the trend, here's what's happening. And then they actually, it's called mirror trading, like looking in a mirror, right? Then they'll send us an order entry screen. So they include an example of what the order looks like. So I'm going to slow down this a little bit for the people that are new, okay? So listen carefully to this. All right. If you've never traded before, if you're nervous, a little apprehensive, well, I get that. Don't worry about it. It's new to a lot of people on this call. One of the things we're going to help you do, and I'm going to recap here because I like things real simple, okay, and I hope you do. First thing, we need to get on a budget. We need to start getting out of debt. That's the first tool that we have. So when people ask, well, what's the product? What's Wealth Generators products? They are financial tools. It's not a juice. It's not a lotion. You guys get that, okay? First tool with Ross Jardine, budget, get out of debt, okay? The second tools are getting these trade alerts. Now, if you don't have money or you just want to kind of get your feet wet, we're going to sit down and we're going to show you how to open up an online trading account, okay, which doesn't cost you anything. And what happens is they give you, think of it this way, we want to start you off by paper trading. In other words, practicing. If you're new to it, you need to practice. Well, you don't necessarily start practicing with your money. Think of it like they give you kind of paper money. Think of it that way, monopoly money. That's what I was trying to say. Think of it like an account with a bunch of monopoly money, and you get to practice mirroring these trades until you get the confidence to do something down the road. Does that make sense, everyone? Hopefully. So they include videos on how to place the trade. You put in 5 different things here. Click, practice. Once you got the confidence and you're making a little bit of money and we're showing you how, then you move to the next phase. Okay? So again, to repeat, make it simple. How do you follow the experts? They are going to give you a trade alert. Here's what we're doing. It's called a bull call spread. Here's how to enter into the trade. The next thing is they'll give you updates on what's happening with that trade, and then they tell you when to get out. It cannot get simpler than having somebody with a track record tell you when to get in, what's going on, when to get out. So the question is, well, who are the experts and how well are they doing, right? How does this differ than what's going on? Well, let's look at it. In the growth part of our product, you can pick whichever one works for it. You guys get to do this for your first month. Oh, you know what? I forgot. I want to mention this. It's a 30-day scholarship, and we have paid for this for 30 days. Everybody gets that, okay, as we're making, getting to learn about each other and help each other and all of that, okay? During those 30 days, you're going to get a choice of either a monthly 3-pack or a weekly 3-pack for these trade alerts. So you just kind of figure where you're at so we can evaluate it. A monthly 3-pack is for people that are maybe a little short on time. You got a couple hours a month to put into it. You've never traded before. You want to get your feet wet. You want a paper trade to start. So that means the experts will send 3 alerts per month that you can look at. Okay? Or you can do a weekly 3-pack. You want to get a little more involved, spend a little more time, you got a little experience once you get going. Whatever you pick is fine. Doesn't matter. Everybody's got that. All right, so let's take a look at, okay, a little bit of their track record. Here's what I love about the experts, Wealth Generators, and how they do it. It's a complete open book, complete transparency. On the left, you can see their trade results. Now listen carefully. And here's your disclaimer on the bottom right here. Can you see, guys, right here? Past performance is no guarantee of future results, okay? It's the stock market. At the end of the day, it's the stock market. You understand that? But here's the trading results over June. Check this out. Green obviously is good. Red is losing money. If you look at the overall return for the month of June compared to what was happening with most people, think about how most people have been taught to get in the stock market, the old school. You know, just buy and hold long term, see what happens. It goes up and down, don't worry about it. Now, let me tell you what, the people in the stock market know what they're doing. They make money on stocks whether they go up, down, or sideways. Okay? We've always known that. Now they're going to show us. So there's June. Just go back and look at it. They'll show you the ones that lost money overall. Okay? Here's mid-July so far, and you can see every trade they've done for the last 2.5 years. That to me is confidence. Here's how much confidence. All right. Slow down so everybody understands. The 149 to get started with Wealth Generators, we foot the bill for that. Please take that seriously and work with us so we know what's going on. After the 30 days, All right? When you continue to do this business, all of us have to pay, this is the cost of our business, $129 a month. That's the ongoing, every network marketing company, every business has, look at it as your overhead, however you want to look at it. But here's how confident they are if you are consistent with trades. If you trade one of the 3-pack strategies, remember the 3 a month or 3 a week, for 6 months and lose money overall in your account for the 6-month period, okay, the company will reimburse you 3 times your subscription fees. I want you to let that sink in for a second. So if you look here, 129 bucks times 6 months, okay, times 3, and just listen carefully. They have never exercised this because they haven't had to. Their guarantee is real simple. They want you to have as much confidence. You'd be reimbursed over 2,300 bucks. Everybody get that, right? So if you have overall lost money, you understand that. The key is consistency. All right. I know it's quick. We'll go through it slower. Again, quick recap. All right. First we start by budgeting, getting out of debt, start paper trading. We'll show you how to set up an online account. Take a deep breath. I know some of you have never traded a stock or the Forex. Don't worry about it. My kids can do this, okay? So that's the next one. Now, one of my favorites. I'm going to actually slow down just a hair on this, okay, because I got to make a couple things clear here. I've always been unbelievably blessed financially. I have no problem paying my fair share in taxes, and I think I mentioned this at the Get Motivated seminar. I have a real challenge with people wasting my money. I'm not kidding. And I have a real challenge with people wanting something for nothing. You guys get that, right? I appreciate you. I honestly appreciate you guys being on the call and stepping up with this leap of faith, and we will not let you down. You just got to be consistent and stick with it. You got to do the things that we show you. And one of them is, and don't take offense, guys, those of you that are on this call, you're paying too much in taxes, and it needs to stop right now. So I'm going to give you a dose of reality. Stop what you're doing. Rich people wrote the tax code. You guys know that, right? And they wrote it for themselves. The best tax benefits, write-offs, and incentives have always revolved around real estate and owning your own business. When you got involved with us, and we took care of your 149, you now have a small home-based business, and you now have access to about 100 different tax benefits.
Danny?
Please take that part seriously. Yeah.
Danny and Steve, hey, we forgot to mention at the beginning of this that if any of you have a question, just type it in the questions area, and I can answer you directly while Danny's speaking. And then at the end, if some of these questions we think would apply to the group as a whole, we will go over them. So we got caught up in the moment, forgot. Right on your screen, there's a part. If you look down, it says questions, and you can type in a question. Sorry.
Oh, cool. No, dude, I didn't even know we could do that. All right. Well, there you go. All right. So, budget, get out of debt. Number one, finding money. Grow your money. Whether it's a stock market, Forex, paper trading, get started. It's time that we step up, take care of our families, start learning what's going on. Pass this on to your kids, family, friends, all that. All right. Next one is paying less in taxes. What we use is what's called TaxBot. Everybody see that? Okay. On your phone. Here's a picture of a phone. Here's what's kind of cool about it. When you have a home-based business, now you can write off part of your rent or mortgage, part of your food, your gas, your insurance. When you go out for meals, do all that kind of stuff. I was when I drove I live south of Salt Lake City, my home here. And so before I go to the office, okay, I will go into my iPhone. Okay, I will go into my TaxBot app, and I will hit the GPS to start the trip. It'll measure how many miles I drive to the office and back. I put that it was for business. Okay, now you're writing off mileage, you're writing off part of your gas, all of that. I had lunch with my daughter at at my favorite, and I know some of you guys are real like food type people, but one of my favorite places is Happy Sumo. If you guys, I don't know if you've been to those or not. I don't know what it is. It's like basic redneck sushi, whatever you want to call it. But I was with my 24-year-old daughter, who you will meet, Demi, who I showed you a picture of, and we talked about business. So you take your TaxBot app, you take a picture of the receipt, talked about this, this, and this. You don't need to keep the receipt, and it tracks everything for you. So now you're going to get all the deductions you're entitled to. Receipts are tracked by taking a picture on your phone. Track your mileage, as I mentioned. It automatically creates an audit-proof report. Okay, there's 40 tax training videos in there, all put together by former IRS agents. That just makes sense to me. So if you did nothing else, let's say you did, okay, see if this makes sense. Even, and don't do this, but just to illustrate a point, even if you did not pursue the network marketing residual side of this thing, just a budget, get out of debt, get a better return on your investment, pay less than taxes, is absolutely worth it. But what happens is you create an environment that's referred to as organic growth. And you'll hear me say this a lot. How many of you have ever gone to a movie that was really good? What did you do? You probably recommended that movie to family or friends. That makes you a network. You networked, you marketed the movie to your network of people. I'm just thinking, if we're going to use this stuff and save money and make money and pay less in taxes, it will organically grow. Because I'm telling you this, you will, if you've got kids or grandkids, think about it. Just be honest. And if I'm not telling it straight, you tell me. Okay? I want my kids to budget. I want my grandkids to early on learn how to budget, not be stupid about it, and be a victim and blame everybody else about it. It's not McDonald's fault, right? It's not. Quit eating that crap, right? Same thing here. You can't say you want to make money and be successful. You're not willing to do the steps. So track all of this stuff. It makes it kind of fun. And now it will grow automatically. Now here's the fun part, because I always have people, well, how does this tie into the seminars? How are you going to help me? What are we going to do? I cannot, listen carefully, we're getting close to the end here, and then we can open up to questions if you want. I cannot help you if you're not willing to help yourself. You took the first step, guys, and I don't think I'm blowing smoke at you. You didn't have to go to that Get Motivated event, and you did. And there's a lot of other idiots out there that didn't. They came up with an excuse. You guys get that. You went, and I congratulate. You didn't have to wait till the end. After that whole day of all of that, that's unbelievable. That's amazing to me. You were willing to do what other people weren't willing to. You sat there at the end, and you still had smiles on your faces and energy, and I'm taking pictures and signing stuff. You guys are awesome. That's why it's going to work. All right? So how do the seminars work, and what do we do? Here's a little bit, just a little bit of an idea on the network marketing side. All right? It's called the Get 3 Guarantee. This is your first building block. So when you are in, and after you finish your 30 days and you continue with us, okay, the monthly cost of running your business is $129.99. So I look at everything, and I had this conversation today. People have a tendency in network marketing, and don't take this wrong, I'm going to be real brutal with this one. I am so sick of people traditionally in network marketing make it sound so easy to make a ton of money. I mean, it really isn't. This stuff takes time. This is reality. You know, you should be doing this stuff anyway, and finally a company, Wealth Generators, gives us the tool to do something really cool. Now understand, with our team, you know, you're going to be getting emails, you're going to be getting texts, you're going to be getting training, all the leadership stuff, calls with us, access to everything that we do. But let's do it one step at a time. Okay, when you need to, I need to know who's serious. That's all there is to it. Okay, and you need to get on the auto part of this thing, or the $129.99 for next month. I need to know that you're engaged. Here's how we help with the seminars. Once you get 3 active, personally enrolled generators, people like you, people like me, on your team and in your organization, okay, the $129.99 per month is guaranteed. It covers your monthly amount. So I always look at cost versus benefits. The $129.99, okay, that is the investment each month to run your business. That is the cost. So let's focus on, number 1, using the tools ourselves, living our word, doing what we say we're going to do, because you can't lead people if you're not doing it yourself. You can't complain about your finances if you're not willing to budget. You can't complain about taxes and I know you think you pay too much in taxes, and you do. You can't complain about overpaying in taxes if you're not willing to do something about it. Now we can help you. Once we have 3 active people in your group, you're $129.99. That's covered. That's it. You're ahead with your tax benefits, write-offs, incentive, and that's done. Does everybody get that? Real simple. I don't go through making 50 grand a month or 100 grand a month. If you stick with it, yeah, you can get there. I get that, but you got to make 5 grand a month before you make 50. You got to make 500 a month before you make 5. Make sense? So let's start here. I have the ability now, because of my relationship with Brian Forte and Get Motivated, to help you build your group. But I'm going to say this next part real slow and real clear. I am not going to leave my wife and kids and travel around the world to do all of the work for you. Does everybody get that? But I promise you this, if you're working hard and you're doing what I'm doing, I can absolutely help by looking at putting people in your group. You will have people in your, when I go to Charlotte, not this week coming up, but the next one, and speak to like 2,500 or 3,000 people and do this again, I have to put those people somewhere. Does everybody get the point? I'm making it real clear. If you're working, you're on the $129.99 a month. Okay, let's get you to have 3 people that are on your team and helping as soon as possible. Okay, that said, let me show you something that just blows my mind. If you don't get this, I don't even know what to tell you. Network marketing has been around for about 100 years. Check this out. The first thing that we're going to do is get you using these very valuable financial tools, right? The second thing we're going to do is what I just showed you. We need to help you get 3 active people, so you're $129.99 a month, so you're set. The third step is this, to get to a monthly residual of $500 a month. Now take a look at this little thing here. I love drawing these little people here. Okay. All right. Here's you right here in the blue. Everybody see that? Okay. There's your 3 people that you got to take care of your monthly amount. Everybody with me? Okay. Now we teach those 3 people to get 3. Look here, so you got a total of 12 people on your team, and I know I'm going through this slow because I got people that have never done network marketing before, and if you got experience, this is going to blow your mind. Check this out. All right, so here's you. You get your 3 people. Your 129 is covered. You help these people get 3, so there's 3 on your front row. They each have 3. That's 3, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12. With 12 total people on your team, with us helping you, that equates to $500 a month in residual income, and I'm going to put that in perspective. In the 100-year history of network marketing and the thousands of companies that have come and gone all over the world, when we get you to that level right there with just 12 people making $500 a month, listen carefully, you will be in the top 5% of income earners in the history of network marketing. And if that doesn't get you excited, hang up right now. Go turn on Dancing with the Stars. Okay, that was a little bit James Smith on you right there. Did you hear what I did there? Oh, I just snorted too. Did you hear that? Okay, good. 12 people on your team. That's huge potential, and I can help you with this. So get on the 129, get it going. You guys are set. Okay. Now, there's all kinds of levels we'll get to and payouts and all that kind of stuff. There's the 500 club we talked about, 1,000, 2,000, 4,000 a month, 7,000 a month. Yeah, we'll get there, but let's start at the beginning. There's 9 wealth clubs, okay? Once you get into this, we're giving away iPads, we're giving away GoPros, you're going to take trips with us and the founders. That's when it gets fun, writing all this stuff, going to trainings all over the world. That's where it gets fun, all right? So get ready, everyone listen, we're about to finish this thing up. Here's what I have to have you do. We'll do our part, you do your part. All right, these higher levels and getting into the cars and all of that, that stuff will come. Don't worry about it. Let's take care of what we need to do. Okay, this is your financial fitness company. Remember, Team Life Fusion, Wealth Colony, Wealth Generators, all the same thing. This is probably the most important screen in my opinion. Wealth Generators, that's the company. Get Motivated Seminars, that's part of how we're going to do this. Team Life Fusion, you got that. Here's Kyle's number again, 801-903-7946. Call and leave a message tonight. Tell them you're excited. I'm ready. I ain't messing around. I want to do this. or call Kate here if they don't answer tonight. Leave a message. But hold on, let me move this over a little bit. I can't quite see. Oh, that's 66. 801-698-3466 for Cade, and there's Kyle's. So here's what should be happening. We've entered you into the computer. You should have gotten an email with a business ID number and a password from Wealth Generators. If you don't have that email, look in your junk mail or spam or whatever it is. If it's not there, call one of those guys and say, where's my email, and we'll make sure it goes out. Everybody got that? So this is your step-by-step. What do I do to get started? What's going on? Okay? Check your email. That should be sent out. You're in business. We took care of the 149. I want you to go into wealthgenerators.com and watch some of the videos. Okay? You'll have access to this little webinar we did here tonight. Okay? Just kind of go to the website, wealthgenerators.com, and look at the founders. Look at the people that you're surrounding yourself with. Look at the big picture. This company is growing like crazy, and we're right at the best place to be. This is what people need right now. And again, don't take offense. We don't need another juice, guys. You know what we need? We need to help people get out of debt. We need to take this thing, because I'm telling you, I don't care if it's Trump or Hillary or whoever it is, I'm not leaving it up to them. I'll take care of my family, and you will too. All right, need to talk to Kyle, Kate. That's my daughter, Demi, or Michael DeMasi, greatest guy in New York, and you'll have access to that. Watch the videos. Okay, next step, we're going to set you up with the budgeting and getting out of debt so you can see light at the end of the tunnel. TaxBot, let's get you. This is all like what do I do in the next 30 days? Take a deep breath. You're in good hands. We're going to take care of you. All right, business ID, watch the videos. Talk to one of us in the next few days here, and by Monday, hopefully for sure, right? Watch the videos at wealthgenerators.com. We're going to get you set up and walk you through doing a budget. We'll actually get on the phone with you and on your computer and show you what to do. TaxBot, as soon as we can, we're going to set up an online account so you can paper trade. Remember, practice trade. And then one thing I need you to do tonight while you're on your computer, guys, I'm going to start, and I took some videos and stuff in Chicago, and I'll do more of this. People are always asking, I mean, because you think about it, now that you're on the team, and when I go to Charlotte and I'm doing that, you guys need to see the excitement of more people coming into this. So go to, and my daughter just set this up, go to Facebook, go to WG Life Fusion, like up where you enter the name, right? Go in there, like it, share it, do all of that. And I've posted pictures in there of me and all of these celebrities, and Les Brown and Lou Ferrigno, and do you remember John Morgan, who did the George W., and all of these amazing people that are part of Get Motivated. And I'll put in videos. We're going to put in pictures of you guys. I want you to take a selfie so we can see what we're doing and all of that. One last thing. Once we get this rolling, I will be coming back to meet with you again in Chicago or wherever you're at on this thing, and that's what's cool. As I'm going around the country, we're building teams of people all over. Well, I'm going to start going back and doing some trainings and meeting with you, and you can invite people to those and build from there. Okay, I think that is good. Steve-O, if you're there, I want to take about 45 minutes, which is about perfect. So there's your quick overview. We'll do all of the trainings and such coming on. We got a ton of people on here, so we're taking the time. Steve.
Yeah.
What do you got, brother? You got any questions on there? We about good, or?
I do. Let's take a couple looks here. And then also a couple of things. One thing I would like everybody to know. In order to beat the market, you have to be proactive. You can take your money and put it in the market on January 1st. You can invest in the S&P 500 through a vehicle called the Spiders, SPY, and not touch it all year. You just let the market drive the boat. Well, we are at the end of August, and if you had done that at the beginning of the year with your money, as of today, you're about even. Without the past 2 days where we've had literally historic runs in the market, you would be underwater. So not only would you have not made money, you would have lost money by sitting in the boat and letting somebody else do the rowing. If you followed all of our trades on the weekly 3-pack, before commissions, you would be up 20 to 25% on the money that you had invested. If you'd done the monthlies, you would be positive. If you did Forex, you would be positive. So my point is, if you take the bull by the horns and spend 10 minutes a day, which is literally all you need to do this program, the results will hopefully beat the markets. Now again, past performance never dictates future results. But again, I want to reiterate that the market is flat all the way through at the end of August, and we are positive. Therefore, don't you think this is worth giving a try? You have unlimited support. I have been teaching people about the stock market for 20 years, literally 20 years. And I will tell you that what you get from wealth generators for less than $150 a month, I would be in every city in America selling for literally tens of thousands of dollars, and so would Danny. And we had people gladly paying it. The problem is, like Danny said, you get into it and you realize, I don't want to spend my free time studying how to read charts. I want to hang out with my kids or my wife or my girlfriend or my boyfriend or my grandkids. I don't want to become a stock market expert. I want to pay the smart kid sitting next to me to do all my homework, and I just turn it in. And that's what Wealth Generators does. We don't teach you how to fish. You know, some people say, give a man a fish and you feed him for a day, teach him to fish and you feed him for a lifetime. Yeah, if you want to go out and fish every day. But most people don't want to fish. So what Wealth Generators does is take the rod, get on the boat for you. You stay at the shore and do whatever you want. We bait the hook, cast it out, catch the fish, come back to shore, clean the fish, cook the fish, cut up the fish, and put it on a fork for you. All you have to do is follow the instructions. Danny showed a great example of what we do, cradle to grave. You receive trade alerts on your smartphone. You get we have an app that you download. If for some reason you don't have a smartphone, you get email alerts. And if you're worried about missing them, you go to the website and look. There are 3 ways you get these trades. And these trades don't say, hey, we think Apple may have hit a bottom. Take a look at the chart if you like the MACD crossover with the implication of a rising volume, blah, blah, blah. We say buy Apple at 104, period. Then we monitor it for you. You don't have to sit and watch Apple. Then we say put in a stop loss to protect yourself at 103.5, period. Put in a sell target price of 106, period. We tell you everything to do. I don't believe, to the best of my knowledge, that there is any company in the country, or the world for that matter, that does what Wealth Generators does. And I also, to the best of my knowledge, don't know of any network marketing company that you don't have to recruit or build a team if you don't want to, and you can still make money. If you were to join whatever company and didn't recruit anybody, all you would do is spend money every month to get the product. Now, it might be a great product, but you're not making money, and that's why you join. Remember, this is a life-changing opportunity for you to build a business, whether it's a business of people and whether it's just a business of you making money. So I haven't gotten many questions tonight. I know one question we always get is, what do we do next? The first thing you do is schedule an appointment with Kyle or Cade or myself. Then you get your paper trade account going, whether it's weekly trades, monthly trades, or Forex. You take the next step. Like Danny said, you can't take the second step till you take the first step. You took the first step, Now you've taken the second step by attending this. You have 30 days to do something. So ask us what to do. You know, you have to be proactive. Like Danny said, we will help you and help you build a business if that's what you want. We'll help you every way we can, but you got to do your part. You know, I'm looking at all these names on here, and I can promise you that we are not going to call you every day and say, okay, are you ready to do this? We're going to call you for sure. But you have to do your part. Your part is watching videos, opening a paper trade account, doing what you have to do to get to where you want to be. Do you see any questions that we missed, Danny?
So I just want to go through just the main thing, guys. So everyone, take a deep breath. We welcome you to the team. We look forward to you taking. We appreciate you taking the time and the leap of faith. So let's just start at the beginning. So again, this last slide that's up here. Look for your email. Call Kyle or Cade. Let's start there, and I just want to know who's ready to roll. So let's just finish it up. I want to thank everybody for getting on the call. Appreciate it. Please, please, please call the guys and leave a message, and we'll get back to you. We're just looking for the people to rise up. I need to know who we're helping. That's it. Because when I go to the next city, I've got to place people somewhere. So if you're active and you're doing these things, then it'll work. So let's finish up. Guys, have a blessed night and the weekend coming up. Call us. Let's get this thing going. Check for your emails, and let's roll. Thank you all for taking the time. One last thing. I will be doing these kind of overview webinars every Thursday night. If you want to get on them or bring people that you know onto these things and kind of listen, makes it kind of fun. They'll be recorded, and then we'll give you access to all the training and go into that in depth. So
it's on the couch.
We are good, guys. Thank you for getting on, and we will talk to you very soon. Look forward to working with you. We are done, guys. Have a great night. Thanks for joining.